Welcome, to episode number 11, of the Elkinsinboxinc News Top 10. This is a look, at the top 10 news stories of interest, for the Elkinsinboxinc universe. Number 1. At the Churchill Downs Racecourse, in Louisville, Kentucky. Medina Spirit, and its trainer, Bob Baffert, scored a major victory, in the 147th running, of the Kentucky Derby. The Kentucky Derby is the crown jewel event in all of horse racing. Similar to the Daytona 500 for NASCAR, the Monaco Grand Prix for Formula One, and the Indianapolis 500 for Indy cars. This marks the 7th victory for this race for trainer Bob Baffert. The Colts rider, 49-year-old John Velasquez, scored his 4th Kentucky Derby victory, riding Medina Spirit. The horse went into the race as a 2-1 favorite, making the Colt the top favorite in the crown jewel race. This year's Derby was held in front of a crowd of over 51,000 fans. This year's Derby was returned to its traditional date of the first Saturday in May. Last year's running of the Derby had been moved to September and held with no fans in attendance due to the China virus pandemic. With Medina Spirit's Kentucky Derby win, the horse will now advance to the Preakness Stakes, which will be held on May the 15th. Number 2. And this is an Elkinsinboxinc exclusive. The US $10 bill is starting to become a scarcely seen sight in the United States of America. $10 bills have become harder to procure whenever you go to a store or a restaurant, pay for your goods and services, and receive your change. And also because most ATMs in the United States only give out $20 bills and only multiple amounts of 20. When you are handed out change these days and you receive multiples of 10, the change mostly comes in the form of two $5 bills, thus making the $10 bill a very hard bill to receive with change. Alexander Hamilton is the face depicted on the $10 bill. He served as the first Treasury Secretary of the United States from 1789 until 1795. He was one of the founding fathers of the United States during the American Revolution in the 1770s. Hamilton died from a gunshot wound inflicted in a duel with future Vice President Aaron Burr in 1804. Hamilton's legacy is best remembered in the smash Broadway musical, Hamilton. And Disney owns the rights to this musical. At first it was believed that because of Disney owning the rights to the Hamilton musical and movie, that the $10 bill is not being received in change. That has proven to be completely false. It is not known why some stores or places of business hand out 2 5s instead of a $10 bill. But it has nothing to do with Disney. Number 3. In Carson City, California, junior middleweight champion Erislandy Lara managed to defeat his challenger, Thomas Cornflake LaManna, with a first-round knockout. The knockout occurred 1 minute and 18 seconds into the first round of their scheduled 12-round bout. Lara defeated LaManna and knocked him on the canvas with a powerful left haymaker to the right side of LaManna's head. The referee immediately stopped the fight and never started a 10 count after LaManna was seen blacking out while laying on the canvas. Lara is 38 years old and improves his record to 28 career victories, 3 of which came by knockout. Number 4. It seems that Psycho Dad is at it once again with his son Jesse, also known as McJuggerNuggets. This time, Jeff Ridgway, also known as Psycho Dad, has stolen his son Jesse's Tesla and is keeping the car as collateral until his son pays him for his investment for the video sharing site Storyfire. In a recent video released by McJuggerNuggets, Jesse was seen with his friends along with his girlfriend Ashley, getting into the Juggies mobile, and chasing down his father. Jesse drove his pink car over the speed limit to chase down his dad, who was driving the stolen Tesla. Eventually, Jesse would confront his dad at his residence in Elmer, New Jersey. After an angry confrontation with his father over the Tesla and over multiple payments that Jesse owes to his bank, he eventually walked away and agreed to pay his dad $50,000 down payment and work out a legal payment plan to get his Tesla back. Jesse and his friends would eventually leave the former home of Rigid Studios in the pink Juggies mobile. At the end of the video titled, "Psycho Dad Steals Tesla," Jesse was quoted as saying, "If you're gonna take my bleeping car, Dad, I'm gonna take yours." We will have more on this breaking story as soon as it becomes available. Number 5. In the hidden Smoky Mountain town of Maggie Valley, North Carolina, a popular square dance venue, known as the Stompin Ground, has now reopened. The venue had been closed over the past 14 months due to China virus-related restrictions. The hidden gem of the Smokies has finally reopened as a sign of the country getting back to normal following the pandemic. The city of Maggie Valley, North Carolina, is one of the lesser-known places in the United States. And with a population of only 1,237 people as of the 2019 U.S. Census, it is part of the Asheville, North Carolina metropolitan area and sits at the end of a stretch of road known as the Smoky Mountain Strip. The strip runs through the Tennessee towns of Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, as well as the North Carolina towns of Cherokee, Bryson City, and Maggie Valley. The Stompin Ground is a favorite hangout of Maggie Valley citizens, as well as those from around the area. The venue was first opened by the Edwards family in 1982. It is a barn-like building that is dedicated to mountain square dance and clogging. It has been self-proclaimed as the clogging capital of the world. It is opened from April to October, every Saturday night. The venue is home to live country line dancing, square dancing, and clogging. And in October, it holds a huge clogging competition. The huge dance floor is open for all who enjoy dancing. You can two-step, line dance, or make your own moves. If you're ever in Maggie Valley, North Carolina, on a Saturday night between April and October, check out this awesome venue. And tell them, Matt Elkins and Elkinsinboxinc sent you. Number 6. The original copy of a viral photograph that was taken in 2005 has now been sold for nearly $500,000. Zoe Roth, who appears in the photograph, was 5 years old at the time the picture was taken. Now 21 years old, she has sold the original version of the photo to a user identified as 3FM Music for more than $430,000 in the form of cryptocurrency. Roth's father, Dave Roth, captured the image of his daughter Zoe smiling as a house was burning down in a controlled burn in her hometown of Mebane, North Carolina, back in 2005. Zoe Roth, the girl in the Disaster Girl photo, is now a student at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Number 7. In the month of May, people all across America and the world will take the opportunity to salute their favorite sandwich. The month of May is designated as National Hamburger Month. Made with the freshest ground beef available, the hamburger, or cheeseburger, whatever your preference is a huge favorite at all restaurants and cookouts all over the world. The name, Hamburger, derives from the city of Hamburg, Germany. Trillions of hamburgers are consumed throughout the world each year. There are as many claims of inventors of the hamburger or cheeseburger as there are people who consume them. the name Hamburger and Cheeseburger was temporarily changed to American Beef Sandwich or American Cheese Sandwich during World War II. According to Matt Elkins, the producer of this video, the best made hamburgers are ones that are cooked over an open flame. It is one of his favorite foods. It is also a favorite of a certain Blue Globe, who occasionally appears in our videos.
Did someone say cheeseburgers? Oh boy, Uni love cheeseburgers. Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger. He he he. I love cheeseburgers too. Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger. He he he.
Number 8. Probably the stinkiest story we've ever had. A homeowner in the state of Michigan says he is fed up with the smell of a wall made from cow manure that his neighbor built near his property. Wayne Lambarth of Lodi Township, Michigan claims that his farmer neighbor began using cow manure over his own farmland. However, he says that the manure has now been used to build a wall that is 250 feet in length. It's not just Lambarth that is sick of the smell. He also has 2 other tenants living in his home who are also sick of the sight and smell. Unfortunately for Lambarth and his 2 tenants, there is nothing that local authorities can do to solve this anomaly. That is because the manure is on the farmer's property and not on Lambarth's property. Meanwhile, the farmer doesn't really care about what his neighbors think of his poop wall. He prefers that they stop calling it a poop wall. He has told reporters that it is not a poop wall, but rather a compost fence. So, Wayne Lambarth and his tenants are just gonna have to deal with it, since there's nothing the cops can do about this stinky situation. Number 9. Former NASCAR Xfinity Series driver, Eric McClure, has went to his heavenly home to be with the Lord at the age of 42. McClure, who was a native of Chilhowie, Virginia, passed away on Sunday, May the 2nd. He competed in 288 Xfinity Series races between 2003 and 2016. In those 288 races, he has managed to accumulate only 1 top 10. He sustained a concussion in an accident at the Kentucky Speedway in 2015, which ended his driving career. McClure was arrested back in 2018 for domestic violence. Following his retirement from racing, he suffered from a rare kidney disorder related to muscle injuries. He has had multiple surgeries to try and save his limbs. The family would not announce the cause of Eric McClure's death at this time. However, it has been confirmed that an autopsy will be performed. Finally, number 10. The 4-member crew of the SpaceX Crew 1 mission is safely back on Earth after spending 167 days in space. A majority of that time, which was spent aboard the International Space Station. The 4-member crew consisted of NASA astronauts Michael Hopkins, Victor Glover, Shannon Walker, and JAXA astronaut Soichi Noguchi. It was the first operational mission of SpaceX's Crew Dragon spacecraft. The capsule, used to transport the astronauts to and from the station, was named Resilience. The mission was launched from historic Launch Pad 39A at the Kennedy Space Center back on November 16, 2020, and splashed down in the Gulf of Mexico on May 2, 2021. While on board the station, the crew conducted a number of experiments on board both the ISS and the Crew Dragon capsule. Soichi Noguchi is the only shuttle veteran to have flown this mission. His only space shuttle flight was the STS-114 mission, flown by Space Shuttle Discovery back in July of 2005. Except for Victor Glover, all other crew members had previously flown aboard a Russian Soyuz capsule. The splashdown and end of the mission was the first nighttime splashdown for NASA since the Apollo 8 mission in 1968. And that concludes this episode of the Elkinsinboxinc News Top 10. Be sure to leave a comment and drop a like on this video. If you like what you see from this channel, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. Let us know what kind of stories you would like to see on this series. Thank you for watching. God bless.
And that's the end.